We have the drummer,
Yeah.
guitar player,
Yep.
which I'm glad is a female. Don't get offended.
Oh, don't get that.
Because a lot of female players don't get much credit.
Yeah, she rips it. You know.
That's
I
good.
usually get called singer or bassist.
I did my homework, so I knew it was guitar player.
Yeah, a lot of people even ask her if she's a singer or a girlfriend. She goes like, fucking guitar.
Or band groupie.
Yeah. They remember shit all the time, and then she goes up on stage and kicks ass and owns everybody. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
At least they're not doing it like they do in All That Remains. Because she makes some of the most graphic facial expressions I've ever seen on stage. I am not kidding. If you ever watch her, she's like playing her bass and she'll like stick her tongue out, she'll scream, she'll do like weird facial expressions, and you're like, all right, so you guys are from LA?
Yeah, from Los Angeles. Yeah.
All right. Well, how did the band form for you guys, and how did y'all meet and come together?
Actually, I was in another band called Against Our Will with a guy named Jimmy Allen who lives here in Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah. And I was doing that, and then I decided to step away. And I wanted to get back to my metal roots. I just loved doing that. And I called an old friend and started a band with him. And he introduced me to Adam Arcera. I'm supposed to look there.
No, you're fine. You can do whatever. You can look at me, you can look at that.
Okay. But he introduced me to our singer, and then from there brought Nikki in, and yeah. So that's how we originally started. So basically, I made a phone call and wanted to get back into metal. So.
So you were playing in the LA metal scene?
I was like, what?
You were playing out in the LA metal scene?
I just moved to LA, literally. Like
From where?
From, well, I was going to college in Austin. I'm from Dallas. So I moved there to finish up college. I started working for Schecter, went to NAMM, and that's how I got in with these guys, like, maybe a week or two.
Remember when we used to be friends? Because she had to bring up NAMM. I've been doing this for 30 years. Never got my foot in the door with NAMM.
Yeah. That's all right. It's just a pissing contest for rock stars.
Is it?
Yeah.
I always wondered.
It's basically just a big party, and then everyone walks around hungover and looks at gear. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just.
What can you tell us about the band name? How'd you guys come up with it?
The band name, our singer actually came up with that, and he is very sick right now. But I believe it stands for, and his meaning is, you know, we've all lost a lot of people in our lives. We lost people we love very much, and it's about remembering the times before we mourn them. And it's all about celebration of life, and, you know, remembering the good stuff, you know, before the mourning. That's kind of what it is.
Because that's funny you say that, because when they do funeral processions, that's what they call it. They call it a day of celebration, not a day of mourning.
Yep.
So it's kind of, it's funny you brought that up.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in celebrating life, and you know, I lost my mom a long time ago, and I believe in celebrating her life, not mourning. She wouldn't want me to mourn it, you know. So it kind of works. We've all lost a lot of people very close to us, and it's just it worked.
There you go. How important would you rate the lyrical side of your music and your albums, as far as when you guys put an album together? How would you rate? Is it like very important?
Very, yes.
So you guys put a lot of input, because I know there's like a few of you guys that do some backing vocals.
She does some backing vocals, yes.
Kind of what Adam wants me to do, you know?
Yeah, Adam pretty much writes everything.
Adam writes all the lyrics.
Yeah, he's one of those.
So he's the main writer? Phones are that way too.
That would explain it.
All our phones keep dying. We can't charge them fast.
Can we charge my phone yet? Can we charge my phone yet? Can we go yet?
So we have a hierarchy of whoever has like the least battery power.
Oh, there you go. So if you guys had to describe your live performance, how would you describe it?
Yeah, definitely intense. Good work. Yeah. She can answer this question.
Well, don't make her sit there and just be like the bump. Now, come on.
Yeah, no, I agree with her. Intense. We like to put everything on stage. I just like to go off on stage. If I don't feel sick by the end of the show, I don't feel like I played hard enough.
Oh, wow.
So I tend to usually walk off stage slightly nauseous, and because I just overexert myself, and I try and play as hard as I can and give them a show. It's a show.
Yeah, that's what you're up here for, is to make everybody have fun and walk away with a good impression.
Exactly. You know, we're constantly growing. We're always trying to be better. We're always trying to up the ante. You know, we do have a big light show we do when we're at home, and like do like a headliner. Just every now and then. But we haven't programmed it all ourselves. But it's just too big to bring out on the road.
Yeah. Well, that, and plus you're probably limited to what you can bring being an opener like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I just wouldn't look that good in a massive venue like this. You know what I mean? It would look kind of cool on stage, or just look like there's a rave on stage.
Now, before the battery died, I was going to say, now I did my homework, and it says no label. So you're not? Would you call yourself more of an indie or?
Yeah, we're just kind of DIY. We do it ourselves, and I come from the punk world, and in the punk world, you do everything yourself. So you don't rely on people to do it for you. If you want it done right, do it yourself. So, and we're not.
See, now you give me a hard time like what he says.
Yeah. We don't want to wait, and if we have the opportunity to do something, we're going to jump on it. We're going to push. We're not going to wait for someone to do it for us. We're going to make it happen.
So do you guys have a website for?
We just pretty much use Facebook, Reverb Nation, Twitter.
So basic social media.
Yeah, pretty much all the social media is covered. We do have a manager. So.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I see Cody. He's pretty cool.
Cody, Cody's cool. He's our tour manager.
Yeah.
Our actual manager is John Berkeley. He's the drummer at Denver.
Oh yeah, I know him.
He's a great dude.
Suicide Silence. I see that shirt.
One of my favorite.
How do you feel about how the band? What's going on with the band?
I have a friend who lost his singer once in the band Snot, and they loved each other and they had chemistry on stage and they wanted to keep playing. And I don't think it's fair that people should say they can't play together anymore because they lost a member. It's the same celebration of life. They're still celebrating his memory by continuing to play the music. Yeah. So I don't have a problem with it, but I've seen firsthand the people behind the scenes wanting to continue that relationship and that special bond. It still means something to them, and they never forgot. It was Snot. They never forgot Lynn. Yeah. They were honoring him every single night. They had a huge backdrop with him on it. And so I understand the way they're doing it, and I get what they're trying to do. They want to play music. They still have that connection.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, LA music scene. I've said this to the Butcher Babies, and I'll say it to you guys. Do you feel it's revived? Do you think it's back alive now because of the metal scene? Or?
It's definitely better than it was when I moved there.
It's not on CPR level anymore?
Yeah, exactly. It's not on life support. It was definitely, there was nothing there. When I first moved there, it was pretty much just Yeti and a band called Jameson.
Oh, wow.
And then, actually, in this moment was a local band when I first moved to LA. And then they got signed and went on tour with Ozzy, I believe, first. And then about 10 years later, here I am on tour with them as a local band, doing the same thing they did.
So how did you land this?
Our manager.
Your manager pulled strings. That's awesome.
We're very happy with him. We like him very much. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's go back to say, like, if you had to do an album on like a rainy day, like a rainy day album, if you had to pick one off the top of your head, you're on the bus, like your singer's sick, call it a rainy day, what album would you pull out to kind of like
just calm everything down?
Take a little of the edge off?
Ooh, that's a good question. Where do you want to go first? Do you know something? I got something on
Just
top
like
of my
a
head.
chill album? Yeah. Probably like the Nirvana Unplugged. I'm a big Nirvana fan. So his voice is very soothing. I would always put that on when I was sad.
Right. I love the band Dredge.
They're
They're cool. They're really atmospheric. It's still kind of rocking, but it takes you kind of on a journey. It's really fun. I like all kinds of music. I really listen to everything. I draw influence from everywhere.
Yeah. There you go. What do you think of people in the music scene? Like as far as like other people's music, what are your opinions on like that? Like their different genres. How do you feel about it?
It's just good music's good music, man. I think it's funny. There's like so many classifications, and really, it's just music. It's all art. Really. It's audible art, but it's art.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I pick up my camera, people tell me I'm not an artist, and I said, how do you figure I'm not?
Right.
I said, I'm not holding a paintbrush in my hand, but I have a camera, and I said, it's the same thing as picking up a paintbrush and telling me to paint it. I paint something.
Exactly. That's the same thing. So, I love all genres of music. I love hip hop. I love extreme metal. Like Despised Icons, Suicide Silence, and I'll turn on Eminem in the game, and I'll listen to like rap and stuff like that, and anything in between. I was raised on a steady diet of 70s and 60s rock. My mom, rest in peace, she did lighting and sound for Fleetwood Mac, Doobie Brothers, Allman Brothers, the Arithmetics. So I was raised on just classic rock.
Well, I know you probably know this one, Iron Butterfly. You had the pleasure of meeting them guys.
I never had.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. And it was like going to London, England, when you walked in the room like this. It's like, okay, can I cut a hole to see where everybody's at?
Right.
If you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah. But I really listen to everything. I enjoy all music as long as it's good and it comes from the heart. I don't like people who do things just to do them.
So you're like one of these kind of guys. You like your music to come from the heart.
Hell yeah, man. I've seen music live. I've seen Buddy Guy live. Actually, I've seen both of them live, and it was amazing. When I saw B.B. King, he just happy old jolly man, just playing his guitar, and I just thought about his grandkids sitting around him on Christmas, like, play another song, play another song. Because he was just sitting there, just rocking, man. And Buddy Guy was amazing. I love blues. My great uncle, I found out, was Carl Perkins. I didn't know that until like a couple of years ago.
Wow.
But I never had family stuff.
Oh no, dude, it's awesome because I grew up a son of a musician. So I know right where you're coming from. I lost my dad 14 years ago in May. So I know where you're coming from. Knock on wood, I still got mom, but
right.
lost dad. So
Yeah.
All right. With that said, do you have any shouts you want to give to anybody besides your singer to get better?
Yeah, definitely thank you to John Merkel. I'd love to say thank you to my friends and my roommates who are at home taking care of my dog. I'm a huge animal lover and a huge animal advocate. I think animals are beautiful and they're peaceful creatures and they make me very happy.
I've got 2 cats at the apartment. I've got a dog at my mom's.
Nice. I got an 18-year-old dog at home that I had a hard time leaving. I just couldn't say no to this to her. So.
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.